Alright, before takeoff, parking brakes set, doors and windows are, we'll close our windows when we get rolling. Flight controls and trim, it's our trim set for takeoff.
And ground citation 323 Alpha Delta with information ready to taxi.
Citation 3 Alpha Delta, runway 2, taxi via Romeo 4 Alpha.
Runway 2, Romeo 4
runway 2, Romeo 4 mixture Alpha. Full rich. Throttle 1700 RPM. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, magnetos check. We're going to go all the way to right. We're at 1710. To right. Drop to 1640. 1630. Alright. 1700. Left.
Alright, that's good for you to see.
Yeah.
Alright. So what you're going to do is go to both. Keep it at 1700 for a minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring it up to 2000. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this airplane, start a timer here in a second. I'm going to bring this to I'm going to keep leaning it out until I get a peak EGT. So I'm watching all these EGTs, and I want to see them peak out. So when they peak out, that's when they stop climbing and they start going down. Kind of tell I'm right there at it. See how now they went up a little bit. I've just enriched it a little bit more. That one's at 1370.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it here for a minute. Alright, you got the timer going?
And this is for 30 seconds or a minute?
A minute. This rule of thumb, there's no definitive procedure. This is just kind of how you do this. This is called burning off your mags.
Traffic.
We started, when you finally got it lean, it was about 20 seconds.
So. Alright, go ahead and pull that power to idle. And I'm just going to enrich the mixture back to full rich. Alright, now bring it back up to 1700. Do your mag check again.
Alright, 1700. Right.
Johnson Tower, sit your
that one's fine. Go to
back to both.
6923 Julie Bravo, Johnson Tower, good morning.
Alright, that seemed to fix it. Same drop, back to both.
Okay.
Cool.
So you see how that can work? This airplane does have a mag prop just a little bit. So that one's getting dirty.
Carb heat.
Taxi via Romeo 1 Alpha
got a big drop.
Taxi via Romeo 1 Alpha 1. 3 Juliet Bravo.
Suction gauge is equipped, it doesn't exist. Engine instruments and ammeter.
Does this thing always came out this far?
No, it seems like it's fixed. Or alright, amperage. Drop to 1 amps, holding voltage. Throttle. Alright, RP cold. Go back to 1000.
Cool.
Flaps are set for takeoff. Flight instruments are set, so we're looking below. We got barometer set. We're good attitude indication on both. We got our GPS set. We got our runway heading set to 020. And we're departing to. So what we'll do is we'll depart to the. Well, once we reach 1300 feet, we'll make a left turn to the northwest.
1200 feet.
1200 feet.
1200 feet.
300 feet below, so yeah.
300 feet below pattern altitude.
And then.
And we'll go. What we'll do is I'll show you when we get kind of in the air. Pull your foreflight up for just a second. Alright, cool. And then, so what I like to do is we're going to go to the northwest, and we're going to follow, we're going to go up here, and you're going to see this road. This road, this area right here is where you'll do all your ground reference maneuvers.
Okay.
So that's I-24 going that way.
Do you want me to take
You don't go straight. You just go like, we're going to go like 320 till we get out of the Charlie, and then we can turn toward it a little bit.
Okay. 320.
Yeah, 320 to 330, somewhere in there.
Alright. So we'll set our exterior lights on once we cross this, hold short. Put our strobe. Carb heat's cold. Mixture is full rich for set for takeoff. So. John Tune ground, Skyhawk 13386, runoff complete.
Skyhawk 386, runway 2, taxi via Alpha 1.
Taxi via Alpha 1, runway 2, 13386. Did they do their run up somewhere else?
I don't know. That or they're doing it right now, which is also possible. And kind of douchey.
Yeah. Is that a Harmony plane?
No. That's not douchey. That's actually standard procedure at every other towered airport besides John 10, by the way. Do your run up, hold short. Or do a rolling one.
A rolling run up?
Yeah.
That's when you know you've flown enough.
Yep. Burns your brakes out though.
Oh yeah. So I can put my strobes on now?
Yeah, you could do all that stuff now if you really wanted to.
Because it's daytime?
Yeah, it's not hurting nobody.
Oh, we got our M91 ATIS in there, so we're going to be, once we get airborne, I guess we'll make a call out to Springfield saying we're,
Yeah, we're maneuvering.
We're going to be southwest of the field.
Maneuvering, yep. So you're going to make sure that you do your pre-maneuver check, and I'm going to show you how that's done.
That's and 90 degrees both directions.
Yep, and you also do gumps pretty much. So typically the mixture is going to be full ridge unless you're really high. Then it can come back some, but for our purposes it's going to be full ridge mixture on stuff.
Okay.
So it's basically clearing turns, radial call, and gumps. Make sure the airplane's lit up too.
Yeah. So it's 11:43, so we got
about an hour to
yeah
go ahead and kill some stuff. So we'll do, I'd like to do ground reference since we haven't done it in a while. And also talk to me about maneuver speed.
Maneuver speed?
Yeah, what's maneuver speed in this airplane?
Approximately 100 knots.
Around 90.
90.
Yep.
That was a question on the written. It's a speed that's not indicated on the airspeed indicator.
It can be.
But it's typically not. Like on a typical round dial, you have the white arc, the green arc, the yellow arc, and the VNE, which is the red line.
Because your maneuver speed changes depending on your weight.
Gross weight, yeah. Holding short, runway 2.
Yeah, what happened here is these guys are IFR, and they're getting a clearance. Or they already got their clearance, but they're getting a... Nashville has to release them. That's the problem with this airport, that takes forever. So like when you have Juliet Alpha right there that's doing a touch and go on the pattern, that is also part of that flight school, and there's no problem with that flight school, but I just personally don't like doing VFR work here unless I absolutely have to.
So in this instance too, just to make sure I did this right, I only switch the tower when I pull the hold short line, and otherwise I stay on ground until then?
Normally what they're really supposed to do, by the way, they're supposed to tell you to switch, so
yeah.
They're not going to do that.
John 2 Tower, Skyhawk 13386, holding short, runway 2. Doors and windows are closed. Belts tight.
Cessna 13386, John Toon Tower for now, fly the runway heading, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 2, fly runway heading, 13386. Alright, feet are on the floor.
Actually looks like there's a little bit of wind once we get in the air.
Yeah.
I just watch those guys rotate.
Does it come from the left to right?
Traffic.
So
Yeah.
left crosswind?
Yeah, like their nose went left.
Alright, runway 2, fly runway heading.
Cessna 5 Juliet Alpha, runway
Power
2,
set.
clear for the option.
Engine instruments are in the green.
Runway 2,
Airspeed's alive, looking for 55.
And we're going to make this one a short approach, 85 Juliet Alpha.
Cessna 5 Juliet Alpha, roger. Sierra 3 Juliet Bravo, contact Nashville departure, have a good flight.
Over departure 3 Juliet Bravo.
Also, go ahead and lower that nose to VY. You want to be like VY. You got more tolerance to be over it than under it. Fly that runway
Cessna
heading.
386, you can proceed on course northwest.
Proceed on course to the northwest, 13386. The 320.
Yeah, that works.
Approaching altitude.
Is that a bird or a
Leaving
plane?
altitude.
That's an airplane, so I'll get down lower. 2,000. As you can see, look, just so if you're curious, they're 900 feet above us right now, and you can still see them, right?
Yeah.
They're not in the clouds. So there they go. They're in the clouds now, so.
Leaving altitude.
Alright, go ahead and put your foggles on for me. I'll take the flight controls.
Your controls.
My flight controls.
Damn, you ain't messing around. You're going straight to this shit.
Yep. Time is precious. Time is money.
Just 85 Juliet Alpha, runway 2, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 2, 85 Juliet Alpha, we're going to do another short approach.
Roger.
Alright. Goggles are on.
Got the foggles on. Alright, maintain 2000, fly heading 320.
My controls.
Your controls. Cessna 13386, turn 15 degrees right.
15 degrees right. Oops.
Cessna 13386, climb, maintain 2,500 feet.
I'm going to maintain 2,500. Not quite there.
I like that level off. That was better than the first one you did today, though.
Yeah.
Did it a little bit earlier.
6 Tower, Blade 2, over downtown, returning to the HOA.
Blade 2, Johnson Tower, Roger, report a mile east for the HOA, the altimeter 2996.
2996. We'll call 1 mile east, Blade 2.
I can feel the sun.
Yep.
So what's the difference between our 339 and 335 again?
So this is ground track. This
Okay.
is, you don't want to ever use that one. That's your actual heading. Weird, I know, but if you were to track the Clarksville VOR, how could you do that?
I would look up the Clarksville. So we got 110.6
Okay. And where do you put that?
in my right here.
Okay.
Oh. How do I get to that?
Push in. Alright, cool. And then how do you display the needle? Alright, cool.
Well, how do I get it on there, I guess?
What do you mean?
What's that?
What do you mean?
Like, how do I get it on the screen? That's it?
That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay, so I don't have anything
6
on the
Tower,
top.
Blade 2, 1 mile to the east.
No, this is a GPS over
Blade
here.
2, shoot to the HOA, landing there,
Also-
you're on risk.
HOA, add on risk, Blade 2.
So it
That's
won't,
85 Juliet
if you
Alpha,
use
short
this
approach
button like you
approved,
did,
runway
which
2,
is
clear for the
perfect,
option.
it won't give you the... So you actually have to hit it from there.
Tower. 463 Hotel Sierra is ready to runway 2.
But if you were to actually do that and
Chairman
it doesn't work
463
right,
Hotel Johnson Tower, good morning, hold
click
short
in
runway
this,
2.
Hold short, course 60.
Hit course. That'll allow you to change it.
John Tune Tower, Archer 66, Mike Alpha, 6 miles to the west of the field with information Alpha, full stop.
Leaving altitude.
Stearman 3 Hotel Sierra, runway 2, cleared for takeoff.
Right, giving your GPS.
For takeoff and runway 2, Stearman 460 Hotel.
Cessna 85 Juliet Alpha, traffic will be a Stearman departing priority arrival, runway 2, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 2, we have the Stearman in sight, 85 Juliet Alpha.
Archer 626, Mike Alpha, John Tune Tower, roger, and say again your descent.
I apologize, I didn't hear what you said.
And Archer 626, Mike Alpha, John Tune Tower, say again your distance and verify you said west.
We are, yes, excuse me, I am 5.2 miles to the west.
I'm going to take the flight controls and we're going to do unusual attitude recoveries for a minute.
Your controls.
I'm
You want to
Go ahead. Let's do we'll do the pre-maneuver checklist right quick, so you don't have to request
I was planning on, they told me to
go ahead and get to 123.0 for me.
Setting up for a left.
Alright, tell me our location, where we're at right now.
Springfield traffic, 78 Golf, clear.
Easiest way to do this
southeast, final call.
is direct enter if you have the airport already in.
You too.
And then you just read the tail of what that says.
Tail of that?
Yep, tail of that, because that's where you are.
Southwest.
Yep, so you're southwest.
9.5 miles to the southwest.
Yep.
2,500 maneuvering.
Yep.
Springfield traffic, Skyhawk 12386. 9.5 miles to the southwest, maneuvering at 2,500. Springfield.
Cool.
Picking up some speed.
Hancock, traffic, Cessna 90172 Alpha, is entering downwind runway 5.
Alright, so while you're flying, walk me through what you would do for a nose low unusual attitude recovery.
A nose low?
Yeah.
I'd pull the power and pull back on the elevator.
Alright, there's another step in there if you've got bank.
Oh yeah, aileron, level, neutral ailerons.
Level, or wings level, nose up, and power all simultaneously pretty much, but the important thing is wings level and then nose up. And if your nose high, what do you do?
Same thing, it's neutral ailerons, push the yoke in and add power.
This one's different because your biggest concern is stall, so you don't worry about level, you just push the nose and then level the wings.
Okay.
And power goes to full.
Okay.
Alright, cool. My flight controls?
Your controls.
My flight controls. I'm going to give you some unusual attitudes to recover yourself from.
You want me to put my eyes on my shoulder or something?
Yep. That is exactly what I want you to do.
We didn't do any clearing.
Alright, recover. Full power though, remember? Alright, cool. Now you can take that power back. Alright. Get yourself back on the initial heading we started on and at altitude.
Come on. A little choppy up here.
A little bit.
But
Alright, cool. I'd consider this back stable pretty much. Alright, my flight controls?
your controls.
My flight controls. Recover.
Leaving altitude.
There you go. Better with the power that time.
Nashville traffic, helicopter 680, hotel, come out of aircraft parking. I'd like to do a low level departure to the west. Anybody in the pattern?
Woo! Alright, cool. My flight controls, this is reestablished pretty well.
Your controls.
My controls. I think it does take a ton of rudder.
I'm trying to tell you.
Piper Arrow, just north of the hangar area. I want to be utilizing Alpha for the active. Nashville traffic, you got a flight 300 on to go, 04, low level westbound. Safe flight, guys. Good seeing you, man. Thanks.
Recover.
Leaving altitude.
Here's about 8 a bird. I know you didn't see it because you got followed one. Alright, so you recovered, and then, yes, reestablish power. Perfect.
Springfield traffic arrow 28 Fox Alpha for
Turn left ahead 180 for me.
180?
Yes, sir.
Left 180. 2,500.
That's
Leaving
fine.
altitude.
Alright, actually get roll wings level here because we got an airplane coming at us.
Traffic here 28 Fox, taking runway 22 for departure, Springfield.
Alright, you can go ahead and take your foggles off.
Springfield traffic. Helicopter 680, hotel 2.5
Alright, so what we're going to do, I've got you in this airport or vicinity of these maneuvers. So you see how you've got I-24, very distinct, right?
Yeah.
That goes all the way to Clarksville. And we're basically right over I-24 right now. So I-24 is a really good reference to use for ground reference maneuvers. Any of these roads are, though.
So
But,
this guy, where is this guy? He's in the clouds?
Yeah.
Oh, he's heading that direction.
Yeah, he's heading that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some S-turns around the road to begin with. And if you need me to walk you through them again, we can. But what altitude is an S-turn or any ground reference maneuver supposed to be done at AGL? There's a range.
At least 1,500 AGO.
It's lower than that. It's 600 to 1,000.
Okay, 1,000.
So we just shoot, I split the difference. I shoot for 800 typically.
Still traffic 28 Fox.
Do that. So in the vicinity of Springfield, what's Springfield's airport elevation?
700.
Alright, what's 800 plus
Leaving
700?
altitude.
1,500.
Alright, so this is the area you can assume that our maneuver should be done at 1,500 approximately. Alright.
Is this rain ahead of us?
No, it's just the clouds. Rain. Alright. Sun's shining through them. So the road's behind us. Go ahead and turn toward the road. We're at 2,400 right now. You're supposed to enter in on the downwind, right? Which way is the downwind right now?
Well, the wind's blowing this way according to
Okay,
that.
cool. So we're going to enter the maneuver on that, on the downwind.
Okay.
So you'll be at 1,500 established on the maneuver. Go ahead and zoom in on your foreflight and look for any terrain around us. Any kind of towers, anything on there that you might see?
I see just mountains.
I see a few, those are towers right there. Those are just obstacles. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
got one in
towers out
front of
here.
us. You got one right in front of us at 1,000 feet MSL. So we'll be at 500 feet above that, but, you know, barely. So it's just something to think about. And we do have a VA. They call it VO on this airplane, so it's right at 90.
A VO, yeah. Oh, it's covered with an O and an A.
Yeah.
So you want me to get to 1,700 RPM? Or,
I just want you to get down to 1,500
yeah,
feet.
1,500.
And you're going to use the road down here as your reference point, because it's a pretty big one.
Field traffic,
Pretty easy.
310 Yankee Mike is on about a 5-mile final for 04.
Now let's descend. We'll do a 500 foot per minute descent rate. Just because they're trying to keep things kind of professional now.
You didn't like me pushing the nose over and pulling the power?
I liked it. I like it a lot.
Approaching altitude.
Approaching altitude.
Whew! Yeah,
Bumpy out.
maybe one of these days we'll get down. It feels so low to get down to 1,500
It does.
feet.
So what I also like to do, just to double check, make sure the pressure hasn't changed. We need to put in, we got this already.
At 3,100. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 18 Celsius. Altimeter 2,996 inches of mercury. Remarks. Density altitude 2,500.
All right.
Alright, when we get turned to the left, it
Yep.
cross over.
Yep, turn to the left and maintain altitude, add some power in, and maintain VA. Got plus or minus 10 knots on this maneuver.
To making left or right turns. Or are you gonna
Your
tell me?
first one's going to be left. See, now these maneuvers are a little bit more practical to teach. Because I'm not having to tell you an RPM anymore. I'm just telling you, hey, here's a speed. Get it with your RPM. Because you have a fundamental understanding of pitch power.
Springfield traffic, Mooney 10, Yankee Mike, short final, 04, Springfield.
Alright, wings level 1,500 feet at 90 knots.
Cool. Immediately start that turn. You got a tailwind, so it should be the steepest part of your turn, right? About 30 degrees should be sufficient.
There's that tower.
Yep. Pretty much perfect.
Right turn.
Yep. Because it's an S. Now you got a headwind. This is going to be your more shallow part.
Bird.
Castle Grayskull.
What's that?
Castle Grayskull.
Oh yeah. The fuck is that?
I don't know.
Looks like they're still building it.
Cool. We're going to go do one more and we exit off the downwind, right?
This one a little wider, but I cut it too sharp too early. Ground to make up.
There you go, that was perfect. Alright, cool. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to do that maneuver, and then you're going to go pretty much straight into turns around a point somewhere. So you're going to find a location off your nose somewhere, and the idea with all these maneuvers is you don't want to do it in a like super tree. Like you don't want to do a point like that barn right there that's just surrounded by
that
trees.
barn off. Can we go off our left wing?
Sure. Yeah. You're just gonna have to enter in on the downwind, right?
Leaving
So
altitude.
you're gonna have to set yourself up for that.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, look, this is a good barn, right? Because there's plenty of places to land.
I was thinking about that barn out there, but we can.
Oh, pick whichever one you want to use.
Yeah, see that one with the smoke behind it? A little bit more. Those brown fields. Next to that one right off of our 130.
For sure.
So I'm gonna kind of.
All right, sounds like a winner to me.
Man, yeah, it feels good to actually fly the plane again.
Yeah, I know, right? That's also a very good point right here. That barn, that one's out in the middle of nowhere alone.
That
too.
house?
This.
Oh, yeah. Like they're just. I like this because of the smoke,
Right,
and
cool.
I wanted to see what was going on.
All right, cool. Enter in on the downwind. It's a real practical example.
I'm sure these people love fucking airplanes just buzzing around their house all the time.
You're trying to keep a radius or a distance of about how far, by the way?
Quarter mile.
Okay. There's also a runway off of our nose, by the way, if we really had to use that, so this is a really good point. We're smoking tobacco in there.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
now you're on the downwind.
They're like, it's the feds!
Yeah. You ever watched the movie Casino?
No. I mean, I'm sure I have when I was younger.
They're getting watched by the feds, and the feds crash on a golf course. They get out of a 172 and take off running. They ran out of gas. They were watching them for so long. Alright, so this is like really good. There's no critiquing I can even say right here, to be honest with you. You haven't let it go under the wing at all yet, which is great. Or, yeah, under the wing. Which is perfect. And your distance feels relatively consistent. You're using about 3/4 up, I can tell, for the most part.
Springfield traffic, 65 Papa Sierra. I'm taxiing out Alpha for 22. Bring it to Springfield traffic.
Started and said Spartan traffic.
Springfield. And then you exit this maneuver to the downwind. Which it's kind of shifted, but it was this runway earlier.
That's badass.
Yep. Alright, let's do one to the right. So you can use that point if you want to. We're going to do circle around something to the right.
Alright. Let's change it up. Let's do that house out there, is it?
Okay.
You're good?
Yep, line yourself up for it.
So the downwind is coming off our left, so it's going that direction.
Yep.
So I'll kind of do a wide circle and then hit my adjacent point.
Fair enough. I think honestly right now what's happening to be
Just
transparent
variable.
is there's like no wind at all.
Yeah.
But another thing you could always do is
800. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 18 Celsius. Altimeter 0 0.
Springfield traffic 65 Papa Sierra.
shut the hell up.
Springfield Robertson County Airport. Automated weather observation 1716 Zulu. Wind 010 at 8 knots.
Yeah.
Peak
Alright, so
gust.
it's coming from the north, right?
Yeah.
A little bit closer on this one, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like the wind blew me into it a little bit.
Yep.
Widen it out. Yeah. Some wind,
A little bit.
or some thermals.
So this is good. This is a turnaround point. I like it.
Basically the top of my strut, just under the top of my strut.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's like just you're maintaining a distance for this maneuver. I was going to demonstrate whenever you exit off the downwind. I'm going to demonstrate what a pylon turn is, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a maneuver if you decide to get your commercial, you'll have to do. But
I don't think I'd be able to. Can I get my commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can.
yeah, you can. You can make money, dude.
I'm sure Paige will love me being gone all the time flying. Yeah, so there's a headwind coming this direction. I can tell based on my
So I'm
house.
going to do a pylon turn off of your wing, where you
Okay.
I'm just going to, I'll take the flight controls. You exit it down off the downwind, right?
Okay.
Right here, I guess, somewhere. All right, so we're at 1,500 feet. What a pylon turn is, and this would be like
Your
commercial
controls?
my flight controls, yes, sir. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the tip of the wing, and you're going to notice that this is more of a. This is different, but this is something you have to do. I put the tip of the wing on your point out there, and I would push forward to catch it, pull back to. So you see how it's starting to. I guess I'm doing.
Is that basically where you keep the wing at the same?
This is like you have a cable tied to the tip of the wing. So you see how it's a little bit in front of me? It's
Yeah.
telling me I need to push forward just a little bit. You see I pushed forward, it moved it back. I'm trying to line those rivets up in the wing. So see how it's behind me? I pull back, and it lines it up. Pretty neat, right?
As if someone's doing
Yes,
like this.
exactly. And so it's starting to get in front of me. Kinda okay. A little bit in front of me. I just need to push just a little bit, and then put my wing back on it.
Leaving
Small baby
altitude.
corrections. And so when I get this headwind, I'm going to slow down. It's probably going to make me descend a little bit. The winds are relatively calm right now.
Yeah, you lost some altitude.
Yep. And that's normal. That's what you're supposed to do on these maneuvers. A pylon turn. You can imagine somebody swinging a rope. Yep, there's my headwind. I can tell it's right here. I was right around north, right? It's kind of a boring maneuver, but you have to do it on your commercial. And it's just legit. And you can try it if you want to. You just put your hand on the yoke.
Got it. My controls.
All right, your controls. And you see that point? Just lower your wing to it. See how it's starting to get in front of your wing a little bit? Push forward just a little bit to catch it, and then roll back onto it. Yeah, go ahead and push a little bit harder. There you go. Now put your wing down on it. Roll a little bit more, put that wing right on her. There you go. So it's different than a turnaround point.
Leaving
See how it's going behind you?
altitude.
That house is going behind your wing now. Pull back just a little bit. Right, there you go. Maybe just a little bit more.
I have a different sight picture than you do. Because
Haven't done it yet. Well, it's just something you get used to. Just lining it up with those rivets on your wing.
Leaving altitude.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, see the bend in the top of the strut, like in that,
Yep.
that.
Yep. Use the rivets going out to the wing tip. Use the tip of the
Okay,
wing.
there I go.
It's like shooting a gun
I
with
feel
an
like
airplane.
I feel like I'm wide now.
Alright. You are, so you need to push to catch it, right? Because you turn to north, so you got a headwind, like I told you about earlier. So push forward to catch it. And I'm using the rivets behind the strut, by the way. I'm using those middle rivets.
For me to catch those, I have to kind of pull my head back.
Keep pushing to get it on the house. It's weird how it works, trust me. But you see it, now you're catching up to it.
Yeah.
Pretty neat, right? Reason I bring this up is one, it's a completely fundamental, you're not worried about radius at all in this maneuver, it's simply altitude.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I feel like we're driving.
That's what you're doing. And this is what the air racers do. This is how you keep a consistent turn around an obstacle. You change your altitude based on your speed. The faster you are, the higher you have to go. The slower you are, the lower you have to go.
I see.
Pretty neat. It's just a concept. I figured I'd show you while you're out here.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Get off that maneuver if you want to. Let's say, let's go directly to the river over there.
210.
Yeah, I was about to say we might have time for a stall, maybe. Let's climb up to 2,000 feet. 2,500 if you can. Got about 7 minutes to do this, so
Along traffic, flight 2 is 10 to the northwest, inbound for last, request traffic light 2.
So do you think you could pop through these clouds legally, or do you think it's still too close together?
You could get I'll tell you here in a second when we get up a little bit closer. Right in front of us there's no holes. But if you could get a long stretch, like raise your wing just to the right just a little bit.
Go over there?
Some of those, yeah, you can get through
row,
those. Yeah. But this is another one of those days, like unless you were going west, it probably wouldn't be the smartest day to do that. Like if you're going east, you're going to get yourself screwed.
I was like, why is it? Felt like it was struggling.
That's working its way back.
Alright, there's the right rudder I need. It sounds different even.
Yeah.
And it climbs a little bit quicker.
It does. Coordinated airplane flies better. Alright, so to do stalls, you need to be able to recover from 1500 AGL, by 1500 AGL. 1500 AGL in this area is what?
1500 AGL is roughly
2,000.
2,000, yeah, sorry.
2,000. So we're going to recover this maneuver before we get to 2,000 feet. So we're going to do a power off stall, and that's all we're going to be able to do today. We're not going to be able to do a power on. But we'll do one power off stall. We're going to do a full stall. So go ahead and give me clearing turns right quick. I'll look down, you can look up. That's what 500 feet looks like, by the way, right there.
Okay.
Because we are 500 feet below the clouds right now.
It's 90 degrees each way, right?
It's 100. You can do a 180 turn if you want it. It's just 90 degrees, 180 degrees of total turn. Doesn't matter how you do it. You can do 90 degrees both directions. That's what I typically do.
Leaving
They're not going to get mad at you if you do a 360.
5 to the north, inbound for landing, request traffic advisory.
Executive traffic, Cherokee 6919 Juliet, entering a right
So going back to my original heading is 180 degrees.
Yep. So let's go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exact like that. Is what I'm getting at. It's just they want you to clear both. They want you to see behind you and in front of you.
Okay. Looks clear to me.
Somehow. All right. Cool. Let's fly an exact heading.
Okay.
Let's go for 180.
180.
Actually, I tell you what. Let's go to 120. We're gonna stall on our way back to John Tim.
We're gonna stall on the way way back to John Tim. Sounds
Yep.
fun.
Yep. Actually, it sounds horrible, but
Do you see this plane below us?
yep.
I got him. He's cruising over the river.
Is he?
Yeah. But he's heading towards right down the river, so he's gonna be right below us.
All right. Well, let's turn to the left.
Yeah, he's following the river. You see him?
Yeah, he's probably going to Whifferdale to land. Dude, he's hauling too. What
Yeah,
the
he's
frick?
cruising. It looks like a diamond.
Oklahoma traffic, Life Flight 3, or Life Flight 2 is 2 miles north.
Bro, it's
making
falling.
for Echo
Yeah, that's a
for
diamond.
the ramp.
Traffic.
Gosh. He's just climbing right into us too. Wait, I don't even know. No, that's not a diamond. I don't know what that is.
Alright.
Alright.
Should I do a left 3, take a left 270 and follow him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Practice steep turns.
Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't get to do today. That's fine, we'll do that another day. Gotta be back for a flight here in a minute.
You do?
Yeah. At 1.
About our same altitude.
Yep. He's a mile in front of us. Let's go ahead, just go turn 180 for the time being, and we'll do it from that angle.
180.
Yep. Alright, set me up in slow flight at 65. Well, just set me up for a power off stall. We don't have to worry about slow flight.
Power off stall?
Yeah, power off stall. So
Clean config?
No, we're going to do dirty for the check ride.
Okay.
Maintain altitude. You might need more power even. This dude really is just freaking with us. I love it.
Alright. Ooh.
Leaving altitude.
What the hell? Now he's turning into us. Let me turn left.
Yeah, just do a slow flight turn. Don't stall the airplane. There you go. Alright, hey, you are doing slow flight today.
Jesus.
I know. He's looking for a hole. Look at, oh my gosh, dude. Bro's got that's a high performance airplane of some sort.
Yeah.
Because he's like zooming. November 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Go ahead
Tail
and
number.
initiate a power off stall. We're going to do a full stall and recover. So,
Power off. So we're landing config at 30 degrees flaps.
yep,
Setting
speed.
up speed. My final approach speed. I got my. Set my descent rate.
Yep.
Alright.
Power goes to idle and you overflare. Like you landing. Alright, it's stalled. Carb heat goes in. Bring the nose up and start taking flaps out. And you climb out at VY. Alright, that's pretty good. You started from heading 120 and you finished on 120 almost. Alright, cool. That's all we got time for today. It's already 12:30, so we'll go ahead and land the airplane tied up.
Okay. So, nearest. Oops. Direct. Enter.
Alright, cool.
Leaving
Control
altitude.
Executive, Skyhawk 057.
And if you need to do
Advise on initial contact, you have information, Alpha. Altitude information, Alpha, time 1650 Zulu, wind calm, visibility unrestricted, sky conditions 2,500 overcast, temperature 24, 2.18, altimeter 29907. On approach runway 02 in use.
just do a right
Advise on initial
360.
contact, you have information,
Falcon 2
Alpha.
Romeo X-ray, fly to runway heading maintain 3000, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Zulu,
Runway
wind
heading
calm,
3000, clear for
visibility
takeoff, runway 2,
unrestricted,
gate 12,
sky
next
conditions 2,500 overcast, temperature 24, 2.18, altimeter 29907. On approach runway 02
Let's
in
just
use.
send the 2000.
Cessna 4 Charlie Tango, as you make that turn on the downwind, just remain west of the arrival quarter for runway 2, and you can contact Nashville on 119.35 for flight following.
1935 will remain west of the approach for runway 2.
Leaving altitude.
Alright, cool. I just giving you some more time, that way you can prepare.
So we're northwest?
We're west, approximately. Just since we're right over the river to the west.
Alright. Chattu Tower, Skyhawk 133 at 6, 10 miles, 9.5 miles to the west, inbound to land with Alpha, full stop.
Spec 13386, John Team Tower, report 5 to the west,
Leaving
expect a left downwind
altitude.
for runway 2.
Report 5 to the west, expect left downwind runway 2, 13386.
Team Tower, Blade 2, 1 mile to the east for HOA.
Plane 2 can proceed to the HOA lane over turn right.
HOA out on risk, Blade 2.
Alright, cool. Take that carbide off. I think it's working itself back.
Good afternoon, Team Tower, King Air 555, Whiskey
No,
Foxtrot,
I
Darnell
said
2.
that. I might just
King Air
send.
555, Whiskey
Gotcha.
Foxtrot, John Team Tower, good afternoon, report a 4 mile final for runway 2.
We'll report 4 mile final for runway 2, 555, Whiskey Foxtrot.
Falcon 2 Romeo X-ray, contact Nashville Departure, have a
We're
good day.
clean,
Flight
right?
Terminix,
Yeah.
how we going?
Oh yeah.
Feels a little sluggish right now.
Pipeline November 3207
Probably is.
uniform. 13 miles to the north-northeast. Would like to come into land with weather.
So should I?
No, it's pipeline 3277
You're
uniform.
probably you're gonna enter on a midfield pretty much. So
Pipeline 3207 uniform, go ahead.
Pipeline
Leaving altitude.
3270 uniform, port 5 miles northeast of the field, you can expect a right downwind for runway 2.
We'll report 5 miles northeast, 07 uniform.
Pipeline 037 uniform, are you better set up for a right or a left downwind for runway 2?
I would say left downwind for runway 2, 07 uniform.
Piper 00 uniform, Roger, you can expect that.
Roger that.
Leaving altitude.
Oh, baby, get down.
force the nose.
I was trying to just gently glide into my 2,000 feet,
Man,
keep my altitude.
cruise is hard in these things.
I know.
It pitches for altitude in these and cruise.
And Team Tower 555, Whiskey Foxtrot, 4 mile final, runway 2.
Here 5 Whiskey Foxtrot, runway 2, clear to land.
Runway 2, clear to land, 555, Whiskey Foxtrot.
Gas on both, undercarriage fixed, make sure it's full rich, prop is set. safety, lights and seat belts are set. Looking for 5 miles, report. Tune Tower, Skyhawk 12386, 5 miles west of the field.
Flight 386, enter left downwind for runway 2, report midfield.
Enter left downwind, runway 2, report midfield, 12386.
I like this time of year, kind of.
Yeah, it's not overly hot.
No.
21 degrees out, so what's
It's
that?
also not freezing. 21 degrees Celsius.
I just basically multiply it by 2 and add 30.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much spot on for what you did.
Yeah, so about almost 80 degrees.
Probably
70.
like 70. I think it's 1.4 plus 32 maybe.
It's 1.8 plus 32 technically.
I think, yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I know, let us know, Dad.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Alright, how far are you out right now?
3.5, 3.1, 3
Okay.
miles. She said report midfield.
Okay, cool.
Left downwind.
Traffic pattern's what?
1500.
Okay.
Approaching altitude.
By the time you're on a 3 mile 45, let's say be at 1500.
By the time you're at a 3 mile 45?
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, this is probably the smarter thing to do. When you're doing it.
I keep,
TN5 Whiskey
Gives
Fox,
you
we
God.
can check on 12.7.
That's life or death, in real life.
yeah.
Uh, 07 uniform, 5 miles, I guess miles northwest.
Flight plan 07 uniform, roger, put a midfield left downwind for runway 2.
We'll report midfield left downwind for runway 2, 07 uniform.
I don't like this. Alright.
I'm gonna make my turn right over this prison.
Yeah.
Tune Tower, Skyhawk 12386, midfield, left downwind, runway 2.
Sky 386, runway 2, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 2, 12386.
Leaving altitude.
I don't know what kind of airplane. I swear she said that was a King Air.
Skyline 07 uniform, move following
Never mind.
Skyhawk traffic. They're on a midfield left downwind for runway 2 now.
Sky lane. It's a 182.
Ooh, there's a thermal.
Yeah. That worked out for you, didn't it?
I'm not gonna really bring in flaps till I get past this.
Tune Tower, medevac 434, Alpha Echo.
Okay.
Medevac 434, Alpha Echo, John Tune Tower.
4 Alpha Echo, currently 7 miles northwest of you, like to transit the airspace. VFR 2000 in for Vanderbilt, going to be about 3 miles north of the field.
Medevac
Leaving
4 Alpha Echo,
altitude.
right to transition out about 2,000 feet is approved. The altimeter 29905. Just report when you're east of the center line.
2995, I'll call you east of center line.
Two big ass birds below us.
Yep. Pro strategies to turn over the power lines right here.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Thought that one was gonna be a thunk.
Don't want that. Got nobody on final.
Midfield left downwind, runway 2, 07
There
uniform.
you go. Good. I like that. Just so you know, if you exceed the limitations of the airplane.
Number 07, uniform, be following Cessna traffic. Turn about a 1.5 mile final now from the left
they
base.
have to fail you for that. So if you let the flaps overspeed.
Number 07, uniform, runway 2, number 2, clear to land.
Runway 2, number 2, clear to land, 07 uniform.
Got 4 wide.
Are you helping me brake?
I was just getting that left foot because this thing's weird.
Cessna 386, can contact ground.
Contact ground, 13386.
I wasn't braking, I had my left foot over it. In case you went too far right on it, I was gonna kick it, because it will.
Pontoon ground, Skyhawk 13386, holding short of Alpha. Looking for taxi to South Tie Downs via Romeo 3, please.
That's at Alpha 3, taxi back to the South Tie Downs via Romeo 3.
Taxi to the South Tie Downs via Romeo 3, 13386, thank you. Good thing it was Keith and he didn't respond quick enough. And I was able to tell him what I needed.
I figured just landed long as heck.
Yeah, I got a little gusty towards...
I'm going to lean this thing out because it actually has got a bad mag right now. So I'm going to bring it back kind of far.
Well, 44.
Good timing, right?
Traffic.
Look at that one. That one's a beast right there.
A Bonanza?
Yeah.
Look at the 3 Bonanzas. VTAL.
Yeah.
No, the VTAL just scares the shit out of me, man. I want nothing to do with that thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially after, I don't know what the NTSB figured out with that one that...
I actually don't think they're like... They get a bad rap.
They're the doctor killer. And
Yeah, well, now you know why Cirruses exist.
yeah.
Because they're for doctors to fly and not... That's the target audience. Weekend warriors. That's the target audience. Oh, that's weird. A citation with boots? Gotta be an old one.
Put her where we found her.
Yeah, it works.
Alright. Brake safe.